You're gonna have to excuse the light, guys. It's still very early and it's miserable outside and it's raining cats and dogs, so this is what we're dealing with. But hi guys, welcome back to the vlogs. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well and happy new year. This has been ages since I've spoken to you like this. For full transparency, as you guys know, I work full time as well as doing this, so I have been filming. There are videos that you'll be seeing that I filmed sort of in between Christmas and New Year, but this is probably the first time I'm sitting down with you guys and just sort of saying hello to the camera and really catching you up since Vlogmas. So yeah, hi guys, happy new year, happy 2023. Hope you're all doing very, very well. This kind of vlog is very much like I'm gonna give you a live catch up, and also just I'm gonna be doing like a yearly reset, really kind of putting my intentions forward for this year and just really kind of having like a cozy weekend of just getting myself kind of prepared for the new year and a plan in place for what I want to achieve in 2023. It feels weird talking to you guys after such a long break, which I suppose we should address, because I was doing Vlogmas, which abruptly ended at the beginning of December. You will have already know what happened if you follow me on Instagram, but for those who don't, sorry guys, I didn't really think this would happen because I've already talked about it, but I don't know why it feels a bit real now saying it out on camera. Yeah, so Vlogmas ended abruptly because a week before Christmas my dad passed away. Yeah, it wasn't a shock, like we knew it was coming. My dad had been terminally ill for a while, so I'm just gonna get a bit more cozy and comfy. But yeah, my dad had been diagnosed with motor neuron disease. He got diagnosed in November 2020. For those who don't know what motor neuron disease, it's a muscular disorder. I believe it's called ALS in the US. But it's a terminal illness, there's no cure to it. And yeah, so I've known this was coming. And the average lifespan of somebody that is diagnosed later on in life is between 6 months to 2 years. So we really did get a good lot of time with my dad compared to what others may have had. So yeah, it's been hard. So even though I knew it was coming, it was still, you know, obviously it's my dad. So yeah, that happened. So kind of apologies for Vlogmas ending, but also not apologies because I had something that I needed to deal with personally during that time. So yeah, there's a whole week's worth of footage that I filmed for Vlogmas that will never see the light of day. But it only means that I can come back bigger and better this year, which is the plan for Vlogmas this year. But yeah, I've just been really taking, like, it's been about 4 weeks in total, 5 this week, but yeah, 4 weeks of just really hunkering down, processing it. Obviously somewhat celebrating Christmas during that time because Lee knows how much I love this time of year, and he didn't want it to be as tainted than it already is, so he made sure that we had like a lovely little Christmas dinner, just the two of us with Dash on Christmas Day, and we did our family walk in the Yorkshire Moors. We gave ourselves a Christmas present, which is we booked a holiday for this year, so we've got something like that to look forward to. And yeah, it was just a very quiet Christmas time, and it was very much like the two of us and really just kind of, yeah, hunkering down and whatnot. But yeah, I don't quite know what else to say, other than I really do miss my dad. He was my hero. Yeah, it's really, oh god, it's quite hard, and I think the reason why it's hard to say it on this channel is because my dad is probably the main inspiration why I started this channel. My dad was a sergeant in the Royal Air Force, but he was an incredibly handy person. Like, he built like our family home, like he built the extension, he did everything, you know. He's trained as an electrician, and you know, like he helped me with our kitchen reno. Like the built-in around the fridge is what he helped and I completed, and it's like the last DIY that we worked on together. And it really is, without his passion for this type of stuff, I wouldn't have started this channel. And we share so much, like we both have a shared love of history, you know, DIYs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's hard. If you are interested in donating, there is a fundraiser for MND Association on my Instagram. I'll link it down below. I'll also link to ALS for those who are outside in the US. But yeah, any donation is much appreciated. Yeah, so that explains my little absence period on YouTube and everything. As I mentioned, like I have filmed in between Christmas and New Year's. This video was actually meant to be filmed between that time period as well. I'm actually filming this the weekend before it's meant to be going out, so there is a tight turnaround with editing and whatnot. But sadly, that was interrupted. So on the day before New Year's Eve, my mother-in-law, my husband's mum, sadly had a heart attack and she passed away, and that was a complete shock. No one saw it coming. My mother-in-law had been ill for a long time, like almost our entire relationship. She had dialysis and she was on the transplant list, but unfortunately because of her age she was quite low down, and we didn't see this coming. There was no indication that she would have a heart attack or anything like that. So yeah, we've been dealing with this as well, and this week's really been quite hard because I've been returning back to normality. So obviously we had our bank holiday on Monday here in the UK, and then I went back to work on the Tuesday, and it was draining being around so people after having 4 weeks of just kind of bunkering down, just me, myself and I. And I really feel like I'm really sorry if this is like, well, I'm not sorry because this is me, and you know, yeah, it's weird. I feel bad if this is really kind of pulling anyone down, but at the same time, like, I want to be honest about grief. And I've been trying to do that on like Instagram, because I think there is this tendency, particularly with like, you know, outside of having any of these sort of things happen to you, there is a tendency on social media to gloss over what is going on and be like, everything's fine, everything's perfect in my life, there is nothing going wrong, blah 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 kind of thing. So it can seem like even when you're in the darkest corner, like everyone else is doing so well. And I want to be honest and be like, you know, like I'm fine, I'm okay, but I'm not okay, if that makes sense. And I really want to be honest about my feelings, because I think even if it helps one person like feel like okay, like if people look at like, you know, my home or my Instagram feed and think, oh god, she's got it all together, not knowing like what I've been dealing with and stuff like that, like, you know, I've been honest about how I'm grieving and how I'm doing kind of moving forward and stuff. Like I said, if it helps one person, that like it'll be worth it. Because be honest, like, you know, I've not seen anything myself, and obviously I kept what happened to my dad very private for the last 2 years, because it wasn't my news to talk about. And I think it was part of my kind of grieving process during that time of like the reality of what was happening to my dad, which is why I didn't tell many people. But yeah, I just wanted to be open on this, and like I said, if that's one people, that's great. So yeah, expect more of this, expect more openness and stuff like that. And I fully appreciate that might be not something that people want to see, and I don't blame anybody who doesn't want to watch that type of stuff. So there is no hard feelings if you feel the need to unsubscribe and not follow this. There's no hard feelings whatsoever. I'm doing somewhat okay. I am, you know, like I said, I've slowly moved back into society, at least working and whatnot. And and now I feel like I can really kind of sit down and think about my passion projects and whatnot. I did a little bit of thinking in the lead up into the new year. Sorry, what is happening with the focus here? There we go. But yes, I did a little bit of the stuff into the lead up into the new year. God, I feel like I've lost my thought. Let me take a sip, and I need to restart filming because it's flashing at me that I've been chatting for way too long. So let me restart, and then yeah, let's get talking about the new year plans. Okay. Putting that to one side. Hello. So yeah, 2023, I mean, it's fair to say that like towards the end of 2022, I was just counting down the hours and minutes to a new year. Although like we're still kind of in the thick of it with my mother-in-law and stuff like that, I'm really like, both me and my other half have been like, okay, new year, new start, like wiping the slate clean. We are gonna achieve awesomeness this year. Sorry, my back is like, I'm really feeling my old age, let me put it this way. I don't know what happened when I turned 32, but for some reason I feel very old and like my back is going, and yeah, it's all fun and games from here. But yeah, we are really much treating this year as like, it's our year, it is Team Griffin, and we are going to achieve so much as a family together this year and whatnot. I have like my list here in my diary, which I'll link down below. Obviously like it's maybe a bit too late now for a new diary and whatnot, but for next year these diaries are very, very good. I've absolutely loved this one. But I have written down my goals for this year. Like I have them here, and these are the things I'm achieving, and I am manifesting it out into the universe that these things will happen. And yeah, we have talked as a family what we want to achieve this year, kind of as a family and as a business and whatnot. So being very open and honest about like kind of what we want to do, and we are determined to make this the best year yet. And I think for both of us, like we obviously had the pandemic, which put everything on pause, and I thought that was the dog, but I think it's next door. I think they're taking down their Christmas tree. It is after 12th night, so it's kind of time if people celebrate it that way, but yeah. Anywho, yeah, we've had like pandemic 2020, 2021 was like, well, we were still in the kind of thick of it and whatnot. And then obviously we kind of knew things were coming up in 2022, so we were kind of thinking like, okay, this is our year to be the most amazing family and like achieve what we want to achieve and whatnot. I have been devouring kind of like books during that time and whatnot, and during this week, and yeah, I had a very much like I was really kind of slowly building up to kind of relaunching everything on this channel and whatnot. Which brings me quite nicely to talk about my branding and stuff, which you will have seen a bit of the branding during Vlogmas. But yes, I worked with an amazing designer and brand expert, Coast and Bloom. I'll link her down below, Victoria, because she's been incredible. I told her what I wanted and she blew it out of the water. Like, it was incredible. But I really wanted to launch into 2023 taking this channel, the blog, website, everything very, very serious. I have such lofty goals, and I've never been shy talking to you guys about like what I want to do with this channel, and if the opportunity presented itself that I could work for myself doing this, I would absolutely run with it. And yeah, I just wanted to like give the brand a refresh. You know, I hit 1,000 followers last year, which was incredible. I'm still growing like quite fast. Like even during this break I've gained followers, which is amazing. I have a goal to reach 5,000 followers by the end of this year, and I will hit that goal, and I'm so excited to like celebrate that when it comes about. And yeah, I just wanted a little bit of a refresh, so we'll see the new branding, you'll see the new kind of logos and stuff, which is great. And yeah, big plans for the website and whatnot. On the subject of manifestation and whatnot, like I did read a couple of books, and I have like one book that I had from last year, but let me show you that one anyway. So I do believe in manifestation. I think I've been doing it pretty much subconsciously all my life. Like I'm such a daydreamer, and it's just, you know, manifesting kind of what you think, and it's so interesting to think back like what I was daydreaming on and actually like what has achieved. Like yeah, it's guiding those things, and you know, like I do believe in it, and I do believe that obviously kind of over the last year I've got a bit more woohooey with it and whatnot. So I have this book which came out last year, Manifest by Roxy Nafousi. I'm so sorry if I butchered your surname there, but I'll link it down below. It's a really, really good book. It's really interesting, and it's a very pretty book. And she has a new one out. I think it's published now, which I need to order. But the one that I was reading in between kind of Christmas and New Year, which unfortunately you guys didn't get to see because this is a friend of mine, and she had a book party and she invited me to a book launch party, and I filmed it, and I was like, she was so excited. She was like, I'm gonna be on Vlogmas, and I feel like really sad that she didn't have that. But we are promoting you now, Victoria. We are another Victoria in my life. So Victoria Jackson, Manifestation Collective, she wrote a book. I'm so proud of her. Again, linking down below, and this is Manifesting for Beginners. I so recommend this. This is such a beautiful book. It's so simple as well, and she's very realistic about it, and very honest with manifestation and what you can do. And it was a great little read. I've read this like in 3 days. Like, I just sat on the sofa and just had some jazz music playing in the background, some Sam Cooke, good drink, and I was just reading it and absorbing it, and was so ready to kind of like kick ass in 2023. I actually wrote myself a letter on New Year's Eve. It was 1:45 midnight when we went to bed. We didn't, well, we kind of missed the New Year, but we didn't, because unfortunately Dash is afraid of fireworks, so we had to deal with him, bless him. Oh, he's so scared. But we didn't really do any like staying up to the countdown or anything like that. But at 1:45 midnight on New Year's Eve, I wrote myself a letter, which is basically, it's a practice where you write yourself a letter as if it's already happened, and it's your way of putting intentions out there into the universe. So I wrote myself a letter, and I'm going to be so excited to see what I achieve, and, you know, looking on that letter, like how much I've been able to do in 2023. On the side of that kind of manifestation thing, which I'm going to do come on, there we go. I don't know what's happening with the focus on this camera. But yes, on the side of manifestation, I will be doing a vision board. I've been saving doing a vision board because I wanted to show you kind of my process on how I do it. I did one last year on New Year's Eve, and 2021. I keep thinking when I say last year, I'm like, last year was like a couple of days ago. But I did one, and it was really empowering, and it was a great exercise, and I just loved it. So I'm going to be doing one this year, and I want to kind of obviously film that and show you guys how I do it, because it's not the same, but you know, it's my way of doing it. And yeah, things came true, and that's what I think it's, you know, with manifestation, it's putting your intention of what you want to achieve and giving yourself like the boost to make yourself a plan to do it, and that is surely what I'll be doing this year. But on the side of things as well, the 2 other books that I wanted to recommend whilst I have you guys down here are finance books, because part of what we want to achieve is very much getting ourselves in a great financial position. We want to save money for a house deposit, not necessarily buying a house this year, but definitely want to be in a position when the markets calm down that we can kind of swipe in there. We obviously want to build our fortunes for grandma and grandpa Ellen Lee. You know, a way of just visualizing how to save for a pension and stuff like that. So the first book I'll point out is The Financial Diet. This is by Chelsea Fagan, who I follow on Financial Confessions podcast, which I listen to every Monday on my commute. But also I read their website religiously and watch their TikToks all the time. It's a great book for a starting point, especially I use this as a guide when we were in debt, to how to get out of debt and how to stay out of debt and whatnot. So I've been rereading that just to kind of give me a boost. But another one that I've wanted to recommend, particularly because of this time of year, obviously we're still in the cost of living crisis here in the UK, we're in a recession. It can seem very much like, how the hell can I achieve anything when, you know, I'm barely living paycheck to paycheck, which is I've been feeling very much so. And I hope this book will kind of help you guys. So this is 5 Steps to Financial Wellbeing, and it is a very good help on what you can do, but it's very much focuses on financial well-being, which I think is as well-being we don't talk about enough. Like, we think of money very practically, but this kind of helps you know that you can handle it and whatnot. So I'm linking these books down below. I also love Claire Seal. I followed her I forget what she was called, Frugal Year, that was it. Frugal Year is her Instagram. But yeah, before she kind of gave a face to the name, I was following that account for ages, and yeah, it's just so impressive to see how far she's come with that journey and whatnot. So yeah, let's talk about kind of what we're doing today, because I've really realised I probably have rambled on for about 20 to 30 minutes. So thank you for anyone who's got to this point and is still listening to it. But yes, I'm using this weekend as a reset. I always find that when you have like a bank holiday Monday, for me, I always feel out of sorts that week. Sorry, the back is now kicking in again. Oh, I'm getting old. But yeah, I always find like I'm never my 100% productiveness, let alone like what's happened in the past couple of weeks. So I want to use this weekend to reset for Monday, going into the office and really just thriving and whatnot. As I've mentioned, I have done some pre-filming, so what you will see is that in between Christmas and New Year, I was on a organising explosion. I took my Christmas tree down Boxing Day and I have fully decluttered and organised my home. There's only two rooms that I haven't done, which I actually might do one of them this vlog, but yeah, the only other one I haven't done is the kitchen because it involves a bit of DIY and that's going to need a weekend dedication to it. But yes, I'm ready to just sort of reset the house, get myself ready to go back into work and really just kind of achieve everything I want to achieve. I am going to have to adjust myself once again, size. Oh my god, my back. I need back support. I am a grandma, I need proper back support. Did you just fart? You did, didn't you? Do you want to say hi to them? Come on up. Your first time back on the vlog in 2023. Hello, can you say hi to your fans? Oh, you're sleepy, aren't you? You're sleepy and you want to go out, but it's raining and you don't like the rain, do you? Oh, you just want quite joy. Hello. Okay, so what are we doing this weekend and in this vlog? So I really, like I said, want to get myself reset for, you know, starting back at work. I'm kind of using the start of January as this Monday coming up when you're seeing this video. I want to do my mood board, so I'm going to spend some time this afternoon really just sitting down and really just like do my thing. I have to finish off a DIY, which I can't do because it's too dark. God damn it, I might have to do that tomorrow. This is the problem when you work full-time and you content create, particularly at this time of year, is that when it's miserable weather like this, you can't do anything. Like, I need to take pictures for things. It's not going to happen today. So I'm going to do as much as I can do. I obviously want to take you guys on a dog walk with me, Dash. Hopefully it's not too rainy. But yeah, a very slow kind of Sunday and really just getting myself ready to be reset for starting work again on Monday. I feel like I have chatted for about 7,000 years, and again, if you have made it to this point, thank you for sticking around for my ramblings and whatnot. I did feel like I just had to obviously address kind of what was going on and be honest with you of how I'm feeling and everything like that. But we are going to get moving now. So like I said, we can't do any DIYs or anything like that. Like, I have a video I need to film, but I've given myself plenty of time so I can pick this up. So it doesn't have to be this weekend that I have to finish it off. I can do it next week or something like that. So sneak peek behind that. When I say that DIYs take a weekend, they do technically. It's just not in the same weekend. So yeah, let's pick you up and let's go make my smoothie so I can get some goodness in me and some breakfast. I think it's about 10 o'clock right now, so it's early-ish, but it's not early now. It just feels like dark and miserable. I've got the washing machine on, if you can hear that in the background. So I need to hang that up in the attic room and put on the whitewash and yeah, just have a bit of a wholesome weekend. Okay, just had a very quick little rearrange of the bathroom cabinet. I had stuff on the windowsill that I'm desperately sorting. We still have the light that we need to put up there and get the right balls for, so I'm going to make sure that's done this weekend. But yeah, had a quick sort out. Moved the Molten Brown luxury shower gels over there. There's a vase missing over there that is currently being DIY'd, so that will return shortly. But we've got this looking gorgeous and neat now, which feels a bit better. I mean, there's one shelf that just needs sorting, but another time, another day. So let me just introduce you to what we've got going on here storage-wise. So I picked up this kind of divider from HomeSense. I put in here kind of like, these were the bits that I pulled out from the bedroom organisation, so sneak peek of that, that I thought could live in here, because I didn't have use for them every day, but I didn't want to get rid of them, so I kept them in here. And then my plan was to get like my face pass, which are my face halos in here, and more of my flannels, but they don't seem to fit in there. It's a bit too tight, so what I'm going to do is have like the kind of a few bits up there and then just rearrange like kind of the spares another time. But we're using these little spinny things, Lazy Susans, for products that we use in the bathroom, which are working out so well. My husband has commented that on his lazy one he finds this so much more useful, so it's doing its job. I tidied up a bit here because he had everything kind of thrown about, so there's his liquid iron that he takes, and then I put his beard trimmer and mini hairbrush in this jug so that they're kind of organised there. We do obviously have his hairbrush that I've put on the forgotten shelf, which is literally this shelf here that needs organising another time, another day. Sorted out my pads and stuff that I had like spares that I brought the other week, because, you know, being honest here guys, menstruating woman, we need pads, so put them in that little box so they're hidden out of the way. And then down here is like, I've sneaked all my kind of summer perfumes there while I'm not wearing them, and then just stuffed the overfill box here with all the vitamins, and kind of supplements that we're taking, so that's all in there. So yeah, this cabinet is getting there. Needs a bit more organisation, but this is good for now, and at least like the kind of most used shelves that we use are good to go. So that was quite a nice little tidy moment. So I'm going to get rid of the rubbish behind me and then crack on with some other little bits and bobs throughout the house. It's been, I would say, about an hour or so. Very much I have lucky girl syndrome, because like there was one point where I was just like, the light is actually doing really well. You can see the sun coming through, which is incredible. I have just managed to blast like so many like photographs that I needed to take, etc, etc. Like I've got my little list here, and yeah, I've managed to do literally just 2 posts that I haven't been able to schedule for January. Everything else is complete. Just makes me feel so good. Like I just feel so motivated to like kind of power through and everything like that, and it's just one less thing to kind of think about. I'm feeling really, really good about this. Like I am ahead, I am like on form, I'm feeling really, really good. The sun is out, and like there's part of me that's a bit like, oh, I should really start filming before it changes again, etc, etc, but this little one behind me is desperate to go for a little stroll in the woods. So I think what we'll be doing is going to go and get our country gear on, and we will go for a walk together. Oh, did I say the word? Walkies. Yeah? Do you want to go walkies? You turn your head? Walkies in the woods. Yeah? With puppuccinos. Do you want a puppuccino? Oh. Yeah? Come here. Come here. You go walkies? Yeah? We go walkies. Go on. You show me the way. Yeah. Come here. You walkies, are you happy? Should we go walkies? Yeah? Alright, let's go and get our stuff on, guys, and let's get out and enjoy some fresh air. Yeah? Walkies. Go on. Go on. we are at Golden Acre Park, which is a beautiful area, and we're in the woodland bit. We like to do this like circle round. Dash, good boy. So yeah, it's just nice here because he gets to run around, do his crazy thing, and then yeah, get some fresh air in. I'm wearing my other half's coat. It's like his Barber-esque coat from M&S. I'll link it down below. I really want to get my own version, but for now I'll just keep stealing his. But yeah, just do a nice lap of the woods, really get all his energy out. He's so good as well, like he just keeps running back and forth and he'll just like keep himself entertained, sniffing, maybe even spot some squirrels. But yeah, just really kind of taking in nature, and then when we get back we'll get started on mood boards and whatnot, and really manifesting what we're wanting 2023. If you can't tell, I'm in a really good mood today. Like, I just feel so content, like blasting through work. Sunshine is gorgeous out today. Like, I feel really good, and yeah, I feel good. Okay guys, I am back many hours later after dog walk. I just took a moment to kind of relax and unwind and whatnot, but I am starting the mood board project. Yes, I have my Diet Coke in a wine glass, because why not? Why not? I want it to be a bit fancy. I'm gonna start doing the mood board, and yes, just really visualizing and manifesting the year ahead that I want to have. So I think there's a couple of ways you can do mood boarding and whatnot. Certainly writing out your goals is kind of one of the most important steps in terms of visualizing what you want your future to look like. I have mine written in here and ready to go, and realistically I'm using this mood board as just kind of like inspiration for kind of like what I want future Elle's life to be like, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like what I want to achieve in a year, but also kind of like what achieving in the year will help me become in 5 years time, if that makes any sense. I know some people find manifestation all that a little bit woohooey and whatnot, but I personally, it's a really nice exercise, you know, for me to do. It makes me feel so clear and clarified on everything, and as I always say, as long as it doesn't harm you or anyone else, you know, let people do what they want to do with their lives. So I've got my Diet Coke and my wine glass ready to go. I have my, here we go, mood board, big pin board that one day I'll be able to display up on the walls once I get the home office going. And then I have, oh god, a load of magazines here. They're all red magazines, I just collect them over the years, ready for this project. And yeah, I'm gonna go through the magazines now to begin with, cut out things that really inspire and, you know, speak to me in the moment, and then we're gonna fill this mood board up with inspiration and whatnot. And then yeah, I think it will be a very much clarifying of what I want to do in 2023. I generally have had like the best day today. Like plowing through work, feeling confident about everything, like just moving forward. And it's really interesting as well because obviously my old vision board was on here that actually had my goals written out, and I wrote 10 goals out, and although I didn't achieve all of them, I actually achieved 2 of them, which maybe people will be like, oh well, that's not like getting every single one of them ticked off. But the 2 that really mattered to me the most were the ones that I ticked off. Like, they were the 2 that I was constantly thinking about. One of them was how much I wanted to earn as a salary, which I got. And the other one was feeling more confident in my body, which, as I kind of spoke about at the beginning, it's like the first time this year is, first time I haven't really set myself any goals or intention on losing weight or anything like that. And like, I'm just all about kind of just being the healthiest, happiest person in 2023. And it's really interesting that like they were the goals that I achieved, because deep down they were the ones that really mattered to me. Like the other ones were like great, but those were the ones that really mattered. So yeah, I have honestly had the best day, and I'm so glad I'm talking and vlogging with you guys. I apologise if like obviously this morning was very rambly. It was the first time I'd actually really spoken to camera, and it was obviously a difficult subject to kind of talk to you guys about, but I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I picked up the camera, and I'm glad I'm moving forward this. And oh, hello. Okay, just messing around with the camera. I think I got it back to normal there. But yeah, I've had a very good day. I felt like I've achieved a lot. I feel so much more kind of confident with where I'm going, and it's been a really good start to sort of the website and the YouTube channel, like me going ahead with this. Anywho, I'm gonna crack on with my images and whatnot. Let's go mood boarding. Okay, you are propped up on some pillows. We're upstairs, just because Lee's home now. I had to go and pick him up, so there was a brief interlude, which you wouldn't have noticed, but there was. But yes, we've come upstairs. But yes, mood board is completed. You would have seen her in all her glory. It's not the traditional mood board sense, but it works for me, and I feel really inspired looking at this. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, I cannot wait to just kick ass and just achieve everything. So I'm very happy with this. So this will live at the side of my wardrobe for the moment until, again, I can get it up on the wall when we get the home office sorted. But I can just have a little glance at it every now and then and just remind me what I'm working for, and then yeah, just feel really inspired for 2023, I'm not gonna lie. So this is pretty much like the end of the vlog, but I just wanted to kind of sit down with you guys and just again kind of talk to you about what's coming up in 2023 for myself. Really manifest out there all the stuff that I want to happen and everything like that. As I said, my goals are written in here as to everything I want to achieve, and yeah, I really do think this could be the year for it. You know, talked about getting 5,000 followers on YouTube, 15,000 followers on Instagram. I mean, that would be amazing if that could happen. Obviously, if I could get a coffee table book deal, that would be incredible. So really putting that out there into the universe. I have some trips, you know, coming up. Lisbon's on there, you know, that's the one that's coming up towards the end of the year, and I can't wait to take you guys on there. Hopefully a couple of staycations in the UK. I've also put that, you know, I'd love it if I could get invited on a press trip, which would be incredible. I mean, why not put it out in the universe? I am willing to go. But yeah, I'm just really excited for this year. You know, like, I just want it to be one of the best years yet, and I think both Lee and I deserve that. We deserve to have a great year, and we're gonna make it happen. We've just literally been talking in the car about something potentially exciting with the business, so stay tuned if you just want to follow this, you know, on this journey and whatnot. If you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. You know, like I said, 5,000, it'd be great to have you along for the ride. I know obviously I introduced myself as a interiors and DIY YouTuber, but I'm enjoying doing more of these like vlogs. I was enjoying doing them over the, you know, vlogmas period, and giving you guys a little insight into me and getting to know me and whatnot. So I definitely want to do more of these, and yeah, I'm just really excited to take you guys along for the ride. This month is looking good. I think all the content's kind of done, as I said on the website. I've got like videos filmed that I just need to edit, which is my plan for tomorrow, is just to sit and edit and really get them out. Something exciting at the end of the month. I don't want to give too much away because there might be certain people that might be listening in. It's his birthday at the end of the month, so make sure you stay tuned for the surprise, because it's a surprise to him. He doesn't even know it's happening, so he won't watch this, so we're not giving anything away. But yeah, things are happening and whatnot, and I am just ready. Like I said, I'm ready to make this one of the best years yet, and I feel really good. I feel really good. Like, I've had a really good day, and it's probably been the first in a very long time that I've had a really good day. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a bit of me that feels guilty, like maybe I shouldn't have had a good day, like maybe I should have been more sad than I was. But that is the flip-flop of grief. It just, you know, you have a great day and you pull yourself out of that funk, and then you feel guilty for not being in the funk, because you feel like you should be more in the funk and it should be lasting longer. I put a post up about it, about like a kind of a Christmas period, because we went to see the Nutcracker, which is one of my favourite ballets in, you know, the world. It's like a Christmas tradition, Lee and I, to go and see the Nutcracker. This is something we booked in September, and I will admit, like, up until the day I wasn't sure if I was wanting to go or not, and I ended up going and I loved it. It was just incredible. Like, the Northern Ballet is just amazing, super talented. When I was talking about on Instagram, like afterwards, I felt so guilty for having a good time, and it's incredible the outpour that I got from people who said, I've felt the same. It's horrible, like, you know, and it's not nice that other people were feeling that way, but it's nice to know that I'm not alone, if that makes sense, and that this is just the roller coaster of grief. So as much as I am feeling a little guilty for having a good day, I am squashing it, because I deserve a good day and I deserve to have a really fulfilling day. So I'm not going to go on too long because I'm sure we've all got things to do, and obviously I, you know, gave you guys a monologue at the beginning of this vlog. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching this episode and coming along for this journey. As I mentioned, if you're not subscribed already, please do. Great to take you along with me. Let me know in the comments below what your plans are for this year. If there's any DIYs you want to see, if there's anything you would like me to vlog in particular or anything like that. And yeah, thank you so much guys for all your support. Honestly, I'm really humbled. Like, it's you guys made last year with YouTube one of the most incredible years ever, and I just cannot wait to take that momentum with the channel, and I can't wait to see what comes out of like it this year. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave it here guys. Thank you so much again guys. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Have a lovely rest of your week. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.